This here, guys, are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll try the left side. Baker. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll try the air now with Lawletta. He's going to air one out. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go. 3, 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On fourth down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. What a spin. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, spinning away. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Coming off play action, Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Green.
He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Set. 319.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Lauletta. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lauletta on 1st down. Escaping the and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Lauletta from the 50. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Lauletta. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Bengals getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Back to throw here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Here we go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Detroit! Detroit!
3rd and 1, Lauletta wants to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta now on second. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Lauletta. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right to Mixon on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
A handoff to Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, let him now to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Chiefs have taken the lead in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here we go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Blue 90.
Now Joe Mixon. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Lauletta finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Lauletta looking for a 1st down throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Now let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Leopard. Leopard. 51.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
back to throw. And this one is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. And incomplete here on third down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Laletta. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.